So what does Paul do? Verse 2 says he meets this couple, Aquila and Priscilla, and then verse 3 says he works with them making tents. So Paul gets a job in Corinth, and he starts working all week long, and then on the Sabbath, he goes to the synagogue. So this is where I just want to pause briefly and point out that Paul's job here, his vocation, is a vital part of his ministry in Corinth. As he works at a job in Corinth, he's living for the spread of the gospel in Corinth. Now that seems pretty simple, but it's extremely significant. I think many times people have the idea that if they really want to share the gospel, live on mission, have an impact, then they need to leave their job so they can do ministry. But that's not what Paul's doing in verse 3. He's not leaving his job so that he can do ministry in Corinth. He's actually leveraging his job so that he can do ministry in Corinth. We talk about innumerable opportunities. I was on a plane one day with a guy. He recognized me from some Bible study videos online, starts talking to me. His name's Hugh. Hugh's from Demopolis, Alabama. Anybody know where Demopolis, Alabama is? I'm not seeing any. Oh, okay, I see like 2 hands. All right. And obviously I can't see other campuses. Got a feeling combined there's probably about 2 other hands. And there's a reason for that. Demopolis is no metropolis, all right? So Demopolis, Alabama, we're talking small town, sweet home, Alabama, all right? And so I'm talking to Hugh. I said, Hugh, where are you flying to? And Hugh says, I'm going to Mexico. I said, what are you doing in Mexico? He said, I've got a lumber business. We've expanded to Mexico. I said, well, that's interesting. Hugh, are you anywhere else in the world? He starts talking about how they've expanded into China, into Indonesia, how they're looking to get into these different countries in the Middle East. I said, Hugh, have you ever thought about how God is opening up doors, not just for the spread of lumber, but for the spread of the gospel through you in these other places? Hugh said, I've never thought about that. I said, Hugh, you got to start thinking about that. That's one guy from Demopolis, Alabama. I'm looking at these gatherings right now. And what if God has designed the globalization of today's marketplace for the spread of his gospel all around the world? It's exactly what he's done. He's done it. So just think to that perspective here and around the world. So think about your life. Just think about where you work. Think about the people you work with. Think about where you live. Think about where you exercise. Think about where your kids do this activity or that activity here in the DMV. And in this, open your eyes to the innumerable opportunities that exist all around you every day for the spread of the gospel. Unique opportunities that God has specifically given to you.